Hey guys, Mike with Gettin Greasy Garage. So got the inner fender panel done. In fact, he's on his way to pick it up. It's going to go to the sandblaster first, and then the body shop. And you can see, filled in some holes. You know, this is just where factory stuff was mounted. Not needed anymore. So I filled all these holes in to give it a much cleaner appearance. And there's the patch panel. It's not totally ground smooth. I always leave a little bit of meat for the body shop. That way they can shape everything the way they need it. You know, that's their gig. I just replace metal. So, as you can see, everything turned out pretty good. All the shapes are right. It's even. So, it's a tough piece to make because all along here, this bottom piece has all these ribs, so you have to make all the contours fit to the edge of this new metal. But I got it. So, yeah, this, like I say, this is going off to sandblast, paint and body. And this rusty looking tube here goes up inside of the fender well, the round end there. Comes out here. And these are your cool air vents that if you know old cars, if you pulled a cable or a lever and you had cool air come in, or it's cooler than what was inside on a hot day, it's poor man's air conditioning. And if you're young, you don't know anything about this, it's before air conditioning. So, anyway, this mounts up under here in the fender. You don't even see it, but we'll get it blasted and painted. I got the headlight buckets. Those will go out. I got a few miscellaneous fender brackets and what have you. That'll go out and get blasted. But yeah, that metalwork came out better than I had hoped. You know, the beauty of something like this, you just put a little skim coat Bondo over it, you'll never see it. And rubberized undercoat the other side anyway. But you know, when the metalworking results come out better than anticipated, that's always a plus. So anyway, guys, that's it for that part of the metal repair. Today I'm going to jump back over on the firewall, which we'll walk in here in a second and go over that again. Alright, so we're back in the shop, and of course still got the hole where the steering column goes. I'm going to go ahead and fill that hole in today completely, and then once I get the dash back and the steering boxes in, I'll just take a hole saw and cut a new hole. Not that big of a deal. And then I've got that little guy there and those two holes, three there, to plug yet, and then just finish weld what I've put the weld through primer over, and then grind everything down. Put a little Bondo coating over everything, get it sanded down, and I'll go ahead and sand the whole firewall and spray it, and then lucky me, get to wire wheel this frame and get it done, and then get to building the front suspension. I'm hoping by midweek next week to be putting the engine in, if not already have it in. So, which is not unrealistic. I don't really take days off, you know. It's wishful thinking to take a Sunday off, but there's always something needs worked on, and you know, this isn't the only car I work on, so, but anyway, like if you want to follow my Instagram at Gettin_Greasy_garage, you'll see that we pulled the Turbo LS out of the black $1,000 auto to go ahead and get it torn down. See what in the hell's the matter with it. But anyway, I'm gonna get working here. It's a pretty cool morning. Fall has fallen, and see my breath this morning. It's gonna be time to turn heat on in the shop here real quick. Even the nose is doing that little cold runny nose thing, so, but anyway, that's where we're at, and I'll bring you guys back later for an update. Alright, well, I told you I'd give you guys an update later. Got all this welding done on the metalwork thus far on the firewall. Still kind of in limbo on that part. I started working on the floor pans, so I have things kind of in a jumble right now. Did work on the upper and lower control arms, got all the old ball joints out, pressed out the bushings. Sure was nice to have a press to do that with. Thank you, Mr. Gunter. So some big changes on this project that I'm really pleased to talk about. Met with the owner of the car. Oh, what's today? Friday. We met yesterday, and yesterday or Wednesday. Anyway, all my days run together because I work on cars. So, all the trim on the car, around the windows, the doors, the stuff that goes on the side of the car, the front bumpers, is all going to be powder coated black. There will be a few pieces left in their original state. I'm not going to get into which of those are staying, which are changing, but a lot of the chrome's going to get blacked out. I think it'll look a lot better. Door handles are going away. They are getting shaved off of this car, front and rear doors both. Already got the door latch solenoids and spring-loaded poppers for that. So that's a pretty big custom deal to have shaved door handles. And you know, with all the trim being blacked out on this thing and it being painted black, it's gonna really pop. So the other big announcement is this car is getting air ride, all four corners, and going with a 7-switch system. So in putting air ride in this car means that I have to install a 4-link kit in the rear. So you guys will get to see me do that. I found a company here in the United States that makes the kits, and found them on eBay. I sent them an email. Guy called me promptly back, and we discussed everything over the phone, what I'm doing, what I want, and lined me right out with the kit that I need. And that kit with shipping was $315, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty inexpensive for a triangulated 4-link system. He sells both parallel and triangulated, and after speaking with him and understanding what this thing will be capable of with the airbags and the handling of the car. Decided to go triangulated. If it was just going to be a tubbed out pro streeter, a parallel bar would have been fine, but then you have to add a pan hard, neither here nor there. As I go off on a tangent. So all four wheels, all four corners will get an airbag, which is nice because I don't have to deal with them dangerous things. Don't kid yourself, coil springs, especially real coil springs like this and not some piddly little McPherson strut spring, are dangerous. Any coil spring is dangerous. So, be able to put airbags in the front. Now, in putting airbags in the front, some fabrication is necessary. I have to add plates and cups to space the airbags, like out of the spring pocket, and you have to put a plate right there as well on the A-arms, or on the lower A-arms, and then up in the frame pocket so that the airbags are mounted in the right place. The other thing is, of course, you have to relocate the shocks because the front shocks will no longer go through the center of the coils. So I'm still going to be able to use the shocks that I originally got for the car. I'm not when it drops, it's not going to drop so low that I can't use the shocks. And all that's required is weld an upper shock mount to the frame and put a lower mounting stud on the side of the control arm there. Not a difficult deal. Just basically try to maintain the same geometry. Keep the shock at the roughly the same position, in line like where it would have been on the factory location. So the stud would go like right where my fingertip is, and then when you put the upper bracket, put it in line with the mounting hole, and it maintains the proper shock angle, proper geometry. Oh, I'll have to change the snubbers. I found a really inexpensive shock mounting relocation kit that was so inexpensive it is not worth my time or the price of steel to even begin to try to make it myself. It was $62, I think. Well, my time is worth a lot more than that, so it would take me a couple hours at least to make everything. It's just easier to order it, and so that takes care of the front, 4-link it in the back, and then put the kit in. The kit comes with all 4 airbags, tank, 2 compressors, which are painted black, by the way, because that's the theme for Black Betty here, is everything black. And 7 switches. So what we'll be able to do is the whole car will be able to go up and down, all 4 corners. The front can go up and down. The rear can go up and down, and then each airbag will be separately controllable from there, so you can play with it a little bit. Now, it's not going to be a super fast competition system for, hopping and all that funky stuff, but it will definitely be a nice system for what this car is being built for. And we'll make it, make it ride nicer. Get rid of them crappy leaf springs in the back and these coils up front. So I'll be able to compensate for the 429 if it weighs any more than say a FE series, which was what this would have had in it. Yeah, that whole airbag kit, I went with, excuse me, it's been a long day. a company called Air Slam It. Now they are on eBay. I have dealt with them before on other stuff. They're awesome to deal with. And the particular brand we're using is Air Max. So I sent him an email, and Travis from Air Slam It called me personally, and we discussed what the car is, what we're doing with it, you know, everything that he needed to know, and he answered all of my questions and put together a kit for me that was like $1,200. The kit, it has manifold. I'll put up a screenshot of what all the kit comes with so you can see it. But it's a good dependable kit because I don't want something that's going to be leaking all the time and, you know, be a lot of maintenance. So, you know, that was nice that he worked with me there. And, you know, that makes all the difference. And then I'll also put up a screenshot of the 4-link kit and the upper shock kit and a couple other things that are required to do something like this. And then you guys will get to watch me build everything, of course. I'll be doing plenty of videos on that, but that's going to be so neat to be able to adjust the ride height of this car instantaneously from the driver's seat with the little switch, you know, the little controller that it has, which is wired. It's on a cord, but still, I think it's pretty cool. Pretty cool setup. I didn't see any reason for any competition level stuff. This isn't a hopper. It doesn't need to be fast. It needs to ride nice and work. So, yeah, really excited about that stuff. So I'll put up all these screenshots at the end of this video so you guys can see what I've ordered when everything comes in. We'll do an unboxing video on everything because I like to see what's in boxes too. And let's see what else. That's, I think, ordered new taillight lenses, backup light lenses, picked out mirrors for this car. So I found 60 to 64 Galaxy mirrors. Ford Galaxy mirrors were the ones that just really would look right on this car. So yeah, you know, it's an addition to the project, but might as well do it now, right? We had talked about doing air ride before, and I kind of pushed it off. Didn't really want to do it right now. Wanted to revisit that after the rest of the car was done and he could bring it back in for air ride. But with the fabrication that has to be done and welding and such like that in the 4-link conversion, it's just all easier to do right now. And then that way I'm not tearing apart work that I've already done, which doesn't make sense, you know, in the sense that my customer is paying me to do this, so why should he pay me to do it twice? And, you know, so that grew on me. But anyway, starting to run kind of long here. That was really, just wanted to brief you guys on that. And then, yeah, so as of right now, still working on sheet metal. Still got floor pans, which I started doing some more cutting. You know, cutting out the front, work my way to the rear. Got grinding to do. You know, today was just a in the shop, out of the shop, in the shop, out of the shop kind of day. And some of you that have been following the channel for a while will remember truck I helped build, 59 Ford pickup that we did a 5-liter Thunderbird motor swap in last year. Anyway, gonna go help the owner with that. Do a little U-joint swap in it in the morning. And when this is complete, I'm definitely gonna get pictures of both vehicles together. So anyway, that's where the Fairlane's at right now. So anyway, welcome new subscribers. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'll do my best to answer them. And thank you all for supporting the channel. Let's grow this together. See you guys next one.